Yo, what's happening there, golfing fans? Welcome back to the channel. Brought to you again in association with betting.co.uk. I'm Ginger Joe and I'm back with my weekly golf selections for you to take a look at. And in this episode alone, we are going to be taking a look at the PGA Tour, where they've got the 3M Open to take place at TPC Twin Cities. It's going to be another one of these low scoring events, but I've got a really nice squad of players to take into this week's event, and I'm particularly sweet on my strongest selection of the week as well. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a great deal. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before the jump season starts. I'm at about 2,800 currently, and I'd really appreciate your support. It's completely free to do so. All you need to do is click the subscribe button below this video, and thank you very much for the support. If you are new to my channel as well, just a little bit of a background towards myself. I'm an ex-tour professional, so I've got some playing experience, and I'm now putting that to good use by trying to find you the best players that I think are best suited to the tour events we have each week. And it's gone so well this year that we're currently at 818 points profit to level stakes, and hopefully we can have that continue a little bit more. Now, before I go on to this week's selections, a little bit of a recap on the British Open last week, where we had a few selections that didn't seem to be going very well on the opening day. Didn't really back it up on the second day either, but Sepp Straka kept us in the money for the whole way around and managed to finish in a tie for second at 200 to 1. So we got some nice profit from last week, and hopefully we can continue the form once again this week as well. Now, okay, this week takes place at the 3M Open. We've got the TPC Twin Cities, 7,431 yards. And this is a course where you really do need an all-rounder. Not because it's overly difficult. You're going to see plenty of birdies this week, but there's going to be lots of fairways required to be hit in order to get yourself a good position into these sort of greens. So you do want a bit of a combo of everything. And of course, the putting always has to be good regardless of what's going on. As usual, I'm going to advise these selections as each way singles and level stakes, of course. And I'll start by bringing you my strongest selection, which is Ludwig Aberg at 28 to 1. He's a 23-year-old Swedish sensation. He's the world number 302 at the moment, but that's definitely going to be coming down those rankings sooner or later. He's a rookie on the PGA Tour, but he's absolutely full of class. He's really good attitude as well. I like the way that he handles himself on a golf course, and it's okay being a good player with raw ability. That will get you so far, but you really do need to have a mature mentality to get yourself across the line. He had a friend, Vincent Norman, won a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure he's going to have taken a little bit from that and try and get the win himself this week. He's a very good, mature player, and I love his attitude. It's crazy that he's only 23. Along with his attitude, though, he's very long off the tee, and he's currently third in the strokes gained off the tee, which is definitely going to be a useful stat to take into this week. And he's been hitting plenty of greens too because he's such a good ball striker. I think he's got an outstanding chance this week. He's been coming into this field in really good form. He finished fourth in the John Deere Classic, closing with a final round of 63. He makes plenty of birdies. He's a really good ball striker. He's fearless. He's definitely going the right way. And I think he's going to be a really, really good player for this week. 28 to 1, I think it's a really good bet for number one in this week's squad. Selection number 2 is going to be Eric Cole at 50 to 1. A journeyman who's definitely starting to find his feet on tour this year. Certainly found something in his game. He finished second in the Honda at the beginning of this year. He's just gone better and better since. He's managed to rack up 8 top 25 finishes, and he's looked very, very competitive all year round. Looks much more comfortable than he has in previous years, and he's definitely playing the best golf of his life this season too. He actually went over and played in the Genesis, the Scottish Open. Started with 3 rounds of 67, 69, 64, which I thought were really, really impressive. And then clearly ruined his chances on the final day shooting 79. But it was definitely forgivable. He caught the wrong side of the draw, a couple of bad holes, and he was out of it quite early. But the first 3 rounds were absolutely superb. And I really think he needs to be given a good shout this week at a course where there's plenty of birdies. He seems to go well at the courses where there's opportunities. I think Eric Cole at 50 to 1 is going to be a really good addition to this week's squad. Selection number 3 is Adam Hadwin. Consistency's probably been the thing that's let Adam Hadwin down in recent times, but he still managed to get 5 top 15s this season. And even though he's been inconsistent, I really like his iron play of late. It's been something that he struggled with in the past, but even he mentioned himself a few weeks ago, he's found something in his play, and he's now got a really nice ball flight. Something that's going to be significantly important for him this week. He'll find those flat spots of the greens. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of them. But he's been really, really good with his irons. Wasn't so good in the first half of this season. But now that he's sorted that out, I think he's going to be a really big player for this week. He won here as an amateur as well in Minnesota. And in this event, he's finished tied 6th and also finished 4th. So he clearly likes this side of the world. And I think he's likely to go really well here with that good iron play. 40 to 1, I think, is really good value for Adam Hadwin and makes selection number 3 for this week's squad. Selection number 4 is Austin Eckroat at 55 to 1. He was 80 to 1 before Ben Coley put him up, but that price has significantly dropped. He's only 24, come through the college ranks himself, and seemingly been progressing this season all year round. Another really good prospect for America, and he's actually racked up 6 top 25s himself, which includes 3 top 10s already on the PGA Tour. He has been inconsistent in the others, but that's fair enough. He's learning on the job, this lad. He's only a young lad, and this course will suit him really well. He's very efficient with his driver, superb with his iron play too. He's got a really good green and regulation percentage with his irons. He finished second in the AT&T Byron Nelson, and he's going to mop up birdies around here. I think at 55 to 1, it is starting to get a little bit short. The 80 to 1 was, of course, more favourable, but I think that's really good value nonetheless for Austin Eckroat. And my final selection of the week, as I mentioned, I was going to try and stick to 4, but JT Poston at 55 to 1 does sneak in and make it an extra position for this week. He's a 2-time PGA Tour winner who's been in really good form of late, and he was far from disgraced in the British Open as well. He finished in a tie for 41st, which is very, very respectable for someone who's got very limited links experience as well. The week before, he came over for the Scottish Open as well and finished in a tie for 6th. He comes in really good form, and providing those 2 Opens haven't taken too much out of him, I think he's a really well-rounded player for this track at 55 to 1. So just to recap for you, my 5 selections for this week. Number 1 is Ludwig Aberg at 28 to 1. Eric Cole at 50 to 1. Adam Hadwin at 40 to 1. Austin Eckroat at 55 to 1. And JT Poston at 50 to 1. Make sure you shop around for prices and place terms as well. I base mine on Ladbrokes and Cars, generally where I'm able to get my bets on with. But if you want to go and search for bigger prices, bigger place terms as well, obviously be my guest. I brought you those selections in order of strength, and hopefully we can have a nice result again this week. We can take some momentum moving forward into the further weeks and try and get over that 1,000-point mark for the profit of the year. Thanks everyone again for tuning in. Again, please don't forget to subscribe. You really will be doing me a massive favour. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in. Thank you for tuning in once again. I'll see you all real soon, and good luck with your bets. Bye for now.